It's time to enter the world of real estate in Oahu with Hawaii's only true real estate radio show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. For the next full hour, Hawaii's premier real estate leader, Adrienne Lally, and Attilio Leonardi will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, Adrienne and Attilio.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any real estate questions, you can reach us at 799-9596. That's 799-9596, or on the web at teamlally.com, and that's Lally.
Well, hey, everybody, I'm on the wrong microphone, but that's okay.
I stole your mic.
Yes, you're like one over. Should we move down? I think you should move down.
Okay.
Hey, this is what we call professional radio. Anyway, so I was on a party bus.
Were you?
Yeah, and this lady tapped me on the shoulder, started asking me a bunch of tax and legal questions. She was a little bit inebriated, slurring her words, but I kind of understood what she was asking. And then I said, those are great questions, but first of all, you're under the influence, and I don't know if you'd understand the answers I'd give you anyway. And you should be seeking the appropriate licensed professional. So if you hear of anything on the show, and I did say, but Mom, those are great questions. What other ones do you have? Anything on the show sounds like legal advice, you want to run it past the attorneys with heart.
That's Keenan Heron.
And or tax advice. If it sounds like tax advice, talk to Robin Wenzel.
That's right.
He's an
awesome CPA.
Awesome CPA.
And he's at robinwenzel.com.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have some quotes. So are these humorous quotes, or are these quotes that you've put in here to trick me?
I don't know. You got to read them.
We'll have to see.
And, stuff can be humorous, but not funny.
Okay, well, let's see. All right, so it takes a big man to cry, but it takes a bigger man to laugh at that man.
Mm-hmm.
Are these Jack Candy quotes?
I don't know. Are they?
It sounds like Jack Candy.
So these are repeats.
All right.
We did them before, but they're so good. Do it again.
All right, so if you lived in the Dark Ages and you were a catapult operator, I bet the most common question people would ask is, can't you make it shoot farther? No, I'm sorry. That's as far as it shoots.
It's like, even in the Middle Ages, people, you have like those kids that operate those rides, and they're like bored.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with catapult operators back in the Middle Ages.
All right, remember, kids in the back seat cause accidents, and accidents in the back seat cause kids.
Oh, that's a deep thought by Jack Candy.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we do have we're supposed to have some callers with the VA Minute.
You know what?
If he doesn't call in, then we can.
That's okay. I don't know if you all listen to TED Talks, but I do.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a great talk about how to speak and be listened to. Because, there are certain things that you do. So there's the 7 deadly sins. Okay, so here we go. The human voice. It's the instrument we all play. It's the most powerful sound in the world, probably. It's the only one that can start a war or say, I love you. And yet many people have the experience that when you speak, people don't listen to them. And why is that, Adrienne?
I don't know. You going to tell us?
Yes. How can we speak powerfully to make a change in the world? Well, avoid the 7 deadly sins of speaking. So the first one is, Adrienne?
Gossip.
Gossip.
Speaking ill of somebody who's not present. That's not a nice habit. And we all know perfectly well the person gossiping 5 minutes later will be gossiping about us.
I hate that when people gossip. Especially all our team members, they're just gossiping all the time. No, I'm just kidding.
No, they're not.
They don't gossip. You know what? It's human nature. I tell you, everybody's listening to this and including us on this radio show. We've gossiped at one time or another.
Mm-hmm.
But try and avoid it. Okay?
The next one is judging. We know people who are like this in conversation, and it's very hard to listen to somebody if you know that you're being judged.
You could have said that a little bit slower with more pace and tone.
Okay.
No, see, that's an example.
Me.
I was judging you while you were speaking.
Stop judging me. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Negativity. Good example. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Well, if I'm being judged, I don't want to talk to you.
Exactly.
Right?
It's hard to listen when somebody's negative. In fact, you want to run away or avoid that person in the future.
This is very true. You want to be around positive people, right?
So don't gossip. Don't judge when you're listening. Don't be negative.
Want to be positive.
But be positive.
All right, complaining.
Complaining.
All right, so this is the national art in the U.S. It's our national sport. We complain about the weather, about sports, about politics, about everything. But actually, complaining is viral misery. It's not spreading sunshine and lightness in the world.
So don't be a complainer. Don't be a hater. All right, this is my favorite sin that I don't let people do or find acceptable, even in my kids. Excuses. We've all met this guy. Hey, you guys, maybe we've all been this person. Some people have. You guys heard of a flamethrower, right? Mm-hmm. This guy is a blame thrower. They just pass it on to everybody else and don't take responsibility for their actions. And again, hard to listen to somebody who's being like that.
Now, you have an interesting Facebook quote. And I know your Facebook quote, but do you still know mine, or are you going to give me an excuse?
Yeah, so the...
What's your Facebook quote?
No, I'm doing the facial expression like, oops, I haven't looked it up yet. That's that.
Okay, so his Facebook quote is, you can make excuses or you can make money, but you can't do both.
You can't do both. Pick one. Excuses are making money. What do you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I really don't have time to be doing all this prospecting and communicating with clients. Okay. Fired.
All right, lying.
Lying?
Yes, that's the 6 of the 7. Embroidery. What?
That's another example of lying. Embroidery.
Embroidery. I think of like
stuff on your T-shirt.
Yes. All right, exaggeration. It demeans our language. Actually, sometimes, for example, if I see something that is really awesome, what do I call it? And then, of course, this exaggeration becomes lying out and lying. And I don't want to listen to people that are lying to us. That just made no sense.
Because you just read it for the first time.
Okay.
That made no sense. Good example of being negative.
I was just being honest. It just didn't make sense to me.
All right. So people think, oh, I'm just exaggerating. No, you're probably lying. Mm-hmm. But we all do it. Now, he did mention in there, and I kind of edited, there's the, don't be too honest with people. You look pretty ugly today.
My 6-year-old does that sometimes.
Yeah, just honest to a fault.
Yeah, so we got to train her. And actually, she's going to be 7 tomorrow.
Going to be 7. Happy birthday, Nadia.
That's right. Happy birthday. And we're having a mommy-daughter date today. That's what she wanted for her birthday.
Oh, yeah? You're going to do the nails and all that stuff?
You're going to do whatever she wants.
Okay. What if she wants to juggle chainsaws on fire?
I would have to tell her no for that one.
Okay. Finally, the last one is dogmatism. Mm-hmm. The confusion of facts. So what is that? That is the confusion of facts with opinions. When those two things get conflated, it's like you ate too many burritos. Is that what conflated means? No, I'm just kidding. You're listening in the wind. You're listening in the wind. Somebody is bombarding you with their opinions as if it were true. Mm-hmm. It's difficult to listen to that. So an example would be like, hey, gravity, that doesn't work. Well, so we're at the scout camp last night, and the kids would yell out, gravity check. And one of the scouts would run out, jump up in the air, and just land blam on the floor.
Why were they doing a gravity check?
That's a gravity check. You just run out in front of everybody, jump up in the air, and fall flat on the ground.
Okay.
They're checking gravity.
That's interesting.
And you watch them, you're like, man, that looked like it hurt. But anyway. So the flip side of that is there are 4 really powerful. Good thing our callers, when they don't call in, I have all this film material to educate our listeners.
You're so prepared. Thank you.
Yes. You know what Rick Amata said? Overproduce the show, and it sounds better when you overproduce. So good thing I came up with all this material.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
There are 4 really powerful cornerstones or foundations that we can stand on if we want our speech to be powerful and to make change in the world. Fortunately, these things spell a word, and the word is hail.
Okay.
And it is a great definition as well. And we're not talking about the stuff that falls from the sky and hits you in the head. Mm-hmm. We're talking about the definition to greet or to acclaim enthusiastically. Say that.
To greet or acclaim enthusiastically.
Which is how I think of the words will be received. If you could hear me. No.
So real quick, hail.
No. We're gonna give it to him after the break. What does hail stand for?
All right, but we also have a guest coming on after the break.
That's okay. Too. Leave him wanting more. That's how we end that's how we go to break.
All right, so don't go too far.
Gets me high, so to keep you by my side. There's nothing that I won't try. Butterflies in her eyes and her looks to kill. Time is passing, I'm asking, could this be real? Cause I can't sleep, I can't hold still. The only thing I really know
is your friend Sean Hannity, and I can tell you firsthand from moving across this great country that bad advice from your real estate agent can cost you time and a whole lot of money. You, however, have a great team of great Americans right there in your backyard that puts their money where their mouths are and takes the stress out of selling a home. I'm talking about Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally at Keller Williams Realty. They have a system for attracting buyers that's so effective they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and a deadline that you agree to, or will have it bought for cash. Now, how can they do this? Simple. The average realtor sells less than 10 homes a year and attracts a handful of buyers a month. Now, Adrienne and Attilio spend thousands of dollars every month to attract hundreds of buyers and help sell your home for 18% more money than the traditional agent. Now, they are so confident that you'll be happy, they also offer you a one-day listing agreement. Now, if they don't live up to their guarantees, they let you out of the contract. No questions asked. Adrienne and Attilio's outsell 99% of the agents in Hawaii by targeting both local and out-of-state buyers. Call the agents that I personally recommend. That's Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally at Keller Williams Realty at 799-9596. That's 799-9596. Or online at guaranteedsale.com.
Are you a veteran interested in purchasing a home? If so, you qualify for the great benefits allowed by the VA Home Loans Program. Benefits like no down payment required, reduced closing costs, and flexible qualifying guidelines.
Hawaii VA Loans is Hawaii's VA loan specialist who can educate you on all these benefits and help you get on track with being pre-approved for a VA loan.
For more information on how you can tap into this great resource, go to hawaiivaloans.com to download their free 24-page ebook. As a special bonus, after downloading the informative guide, you'll be instructed on how you can earn $1,000 closing cost credit on your next home purchase.
So what are you waiting for? Get your free VA loan ebook and earn $1,000 closing credit by going to hawaiivaloans.com or give them a call at 792-4251. That's 792-4251. We recommend Fidelity National Title Insurance Company for your next real estate transaction.
Through its nationwide network of direct operations and agents, Fidelity National Title provides title insurance, underwriting, escrow, and closing services to consumers.
Check them out at fidelitynationaltitle.com or fntic.com.
Hi, I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
There are a lot of choices out there.
It's important to make the right choice when it comes to a realtor.
This client felt they made the right choice.
We'd like to share their thoughts with you.
I would say that Team Lally is more professional. Also, they are more thorough. They provide more than just their services are excellent. They'll provide you with other services. They keep you updated, let you know what's going on. I was never I was never lost as far as knowing what went on, but every step of the way they kept in touch and let me know what's going on. I would have no problem referring them.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
If you're looking for an outstanding insurance agent that will personally help you during the moment of truth, we recommend Bradley Maruyama with Allstate Insurance.
So, Attilio, what do you mean by the moment of truth?
Well, the best insurance is the insurance you never have to use, but we know that's not how life works. So when life happens, you can count on Bradley and his team to exceed your expectations for your insurance needs.
Keep in mind that when buying a home, the cost of home insurance should be taken into consideration. I trust Bradley with my own personal home, so you should give him a call. Call Bradley with Allstate Insurance at 591-8016. Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any real estate questions, you can reach us at 799-9596. That's 799-9596. Or on the web at teamlally.com. And that's Lally.
So, folks, when you're speaking with someone and you talk with a very high voice, people don't want to listen to you.
What about if you're speaking with a really low voice?
You know what? People trust politicians that speak really down low.
And slow?
Trust me, folks, when I say you must pay more taxes. See, you're like, I didn't like that sentence, but, I trust him. I'm going to pay more tax. No.
I don't think
so. Let's Melly's listening. She's like, what kind of show is this?
What did I sign up for? Mele, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Well,
I'm trying to lower my voice for you.
Hello. You should do a 1031.
So thank you so much for being on our show this weekend and calling in to edutain our listeners about 1031 exchanges.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to share.
So tell us about yourself and what company and what are we going to talk about today?
Okay. I'm Mele Heresa. I'm with IPX 1031. We're a exchange company that serves as a qualified intermediary to help folks who want to exchange one investment property for another one and defer their taxes.
Okay.
And I'm here locally. My office is located in Honolulu, and I service all kinds of real estate offices between Honolulu, Kauai, Maui, and the Big Island.
All right. So I think today we're going to talk about if you don't do a 1031 the right way, you might end up living in a van down by the river.
Hopefully not a van by the river, but you might end up paying taxes that you could have exchanged into a better producing property.
Yes.
For sure.
So real quick, Mele, could you just give us a definition? What is a 1031 exchange?
Yeah, but they got some nice vans, though, So tell us about a 1031. What is that?
Okay, well, 1031 is the IRS tax code that you'll find this rule and requirement and benefit under. So it's an IRS statute, and 1031 allows anybody who owns an investment property to, when they sell, instead of selling and paying capital gains and their deferred depreciation capture, they can instead exchange it by hiring a company like IPX 1031 to hold the funds in between their sale and go out and purchase another investment property and take all of the money from their sale and roll it into the new investment property, which usually makes it so that folks can buy bigger, better cash flowing, or exchange into a property that better works for them over time, and defer all of the taxes. And also, when you sell your investment property, the IRS recaptures 25% of whatever you paid for depreciation, whatever you took in depreciation over the life that you held the property. Gets to be very expensive.
Yeah, so between your capital gains taxes and then the depreciation taxes, it's like...
Now, let's talk about depreciation. When I hear that word depreciation, it's like somebody's like really bummed out.
No.
No, that's depression.
It feels like that, yeah. When you get the bill from the IRS, that's a humdinger because most people know when they sell, they're going to have to pay taxes on the gain. But most people don't know the IRS will also recapture. They'll take back 25% of anything you depreciated. So usually when you have an investment property, your DPA is depreciating the improvements on it. And it usually adds up to quite a bit. After 10 or 20 years, you're talking 40, 50, 60,000, depending on how much income you're generating and the value of your improvements. So when you get a bill for 25% of that when you sell, sometimes it's $20,000, $30,000. It's quite a bit.
It's shocking.
Now, if people think about, people think about this, it's not like the IRS said, hey, let's figure out a way to have people build wealth and pay less taxes immediately and push it to the future. No, it's somebody lobbied to have this tax code changed, made. Obviously, it's wealthy people, so we want to. This is the rules of the road to build wealth.
So take advantage of it.
So take advantage of it.
Yes, in fact, it's a great benefit. Most of the time, folks who are exchanging in order to have a qualified exchange, you have to sell and buy for this equal or greater value. And so the IRS is actually hoping you'll buy for greater value, and you're exchanging into a property that's cash flowing better because they're going to collect taxes on the income anyway. So, but it helps to keep the most important thing that it does really is to help to keep the real estate market robust because people who otherwise would have taken their money out and put it in their pocket or put it into something else, buy a car, buy something else, are continuing to reinvest in the real estate market. Usually reinvest back or reinvest, at a greater purchase price, which is ultimately good for the economy, good for real estate in general, and good for realtors and everybody associated.
Thanks for bringing that up again, because I know you brought that up on the Maui show. I forgot. Yeah, this is creating economic stimulus.
Yes, it is. Yep. In fact, there is, I don't want to go too far into it, but it's good to have a look at our website. I know we talked about it last time. It's www.ipx1031.com. But we also have a link. There's some talk in the tax reform that's going around that they might change or limit the 1031 exchange benefits at some point coming around with the next tax reform plan. So if you go on to our IPX 1031 website, there's a link there. You can learn all about it. You can even click on a link and send letters and emails to your congressman and senator and all those good things. But good to keep following it because this is a really important piece of our real estate economy.
Yes.
And we definitely don't want 1031s to go away.
Now there's some specific rules with the 1031 exchange. Can you touch on that?
Sure. In order to qualify, again, you have to sell an investment property and buy an investment property. You have to buy at equal or greater value. Once your property is in escrow and you close, you have 45 days from that day to identify your replacement properties. Typically, most people do 3. And then 180 days from the day that you close to actually finish purchasing your property. And you can buy 1 and sell 3. You can sell 3 and buy 1. As long as the value of your sales price and the value of your purchase price are the same or greater.
Now, if you had like a vacant lot and then you wanted to sell it and buy a commercial property, could you do a 1031 exchange with that?
Yeah. Most people, there's a common misconception that in order to exchange, you have to swap. You have to go find somebody who has a property they also want to swap, or you need to do the same, sell an apartment, buy an apartment, sell vacant land, buy vacant land. But the vacant land is actually the best because a lot of people in Hawaii especially own vacant land. They were going to do something with it. They thought it would appreciate in value, and they're not getting the benefit of depreciation.
Yes.
They're not getting the benefit of any cash flow on it unless they got a guy with a goat. But even that, you can exchange into something that is cash flowing or into something that is appreciating at a better rate than vacant land would. And anything like kind. And so as far as real estate is concerned, all dirt is dirt. Some dirt has things on it, and some don't. But you can exchange for any other dirt real estate.
As long as the value is equal or greater.
Equal or greater. You remember from math class? Get the equal sign with the little with the chevron going in the right direction. Make it equal.
That's the one.
Make sure it's the greater one, not the lesser one.
Now you guys have a pretty awesome website here.
Yeah, we're looking at it on my iPad.
Yep.
Yeah, it is awesome. In fact, there's a lot of resources and tools and information there. The best tool you'll probably find, you can go on the website and you can get, many of your questions answered, but people call me all day long with their scenarios because, real estate, everything is very specific to each individual. So the best thing you can do is take my phone number or my email address, which is also on our website, And call me anytime, because people like to go over, well, I bought this, and I paid this, and I'm selling it for this, and what if I do this? So aside from that great website resource, use me. I'm a good resource.
And then you guys have like webinars and stuff on your available for educating, right? Is it like every week, or is there archives if the listeners want to go?
There's both.
Okay.
So we have a calendar there. You can click on it, the webinar link, and see when the next webinar is coming up. And if the time suits you, you can just sign up and log in. I've done it myself a few times just to see what it's all about and how interesting it is. And very interesting, when we have in-house counsel, too. So we have a couple of attorneys just in the Western region who help clients with all of their questions. Mm-hmm. And he teaches the class. So you would think that, attorneys might not be very entertaining, but it was very educational, entertaining to boot, because it's hard to be entertaining when you're tax laws. But the webinars are interesting.
I know, like tax law and paint drying. I'm trying to debate which one's more exciting. But
yeah, we make it interesting for you.
Yeah, and you can you know what? A good speaker can make any topic interesting is what I say. So, hey, you know what? I want to give you guys a shout out. This guy named Chuck Kraus, he called into the show. No, he didn't. I'm just reading one of your testimonials off your website. Aloha, my name is Chuck, and I live in Hawaii, and I also have property in Phoenix. I recently had the need to exchange 2 properties and required the services of a 1031 agent. I phoned up IPX and was connected. You guys are absolutely the best. They took the worry out of the process, explained everything in detail, and made sure that the exchange was done properly. It was a complete joy for my wife and myself. We're actually thinking about renewing our vows and having more children. No, I just added that last part. And then it's a funny thing here, and this is the difference between us as realtors. And listen to this one. It says, it became very apparent that the real estate agents knew little or nothing about the process, and they did not want to be involved other than to identify that the deal had a 1031 component. So obviously we got a radio show. We got Mele coming on to talk about 1031. So we want to have a little bit more depth of knowledge, but we always say, Curtis Hall, what's he say?
Be the source of the source.
Be the source of the source.
Right,
And Mele is our source. And again, your guys, the best number for you, is it the 387-4140?
That's the one, yes.
Okay.
And then the website is IPX1031.com.
Now, we know our show, because we've been on Molokai. We're driving on the road. We hear our show.
Mm-hmm.
If it was recorded, because obviously we're not on the show or in the car. But anyway, you guys have a toll-free number. So for those people on the outer islands, 866-577-1031.
How catchy.
Yes.
Yeah, 866.
We also give CE classes. So I go office to office, or I provide them on a regular basis, basics and advanced information on 1031 exchanges to realtors. So you can get CE credit for it as well if you feel like maybe you want to learn a little bit more about 1031 exchanges.
Yeah.
Well, now we have like 20 credits that we need to do, right?
That's right.
That's
and
doubled.
I try to keep it interesting because, again, tax law, it's a lot of content.
Is the class schedule up on the IPX1031.com or
just get a hold of
No, I can look into doing that though. Typically, what we've been doing for now is just anybody that's interested will call me, and I'll add them to my database and send out flyers whenever we have a new class coming up.
Okay,
so you teach
add
the
us
class?
to your database, please, because we need those CE credits.
Yeah. So you teach the class?
Mm-hmm.
I teach the class. Yes, I love it. It's fun.
What's the requirements to have a class taught somewhere, like at a brokerage? How many? You got a minimum number, or?
Not really.
Okay.
Usually, offices that have 10 or 12 or more will have me come and do it in their office. Otherwise, I have classes, and we usually have about 30 students at a time on a regular basis, and you can just bring your office to us.
No, you guys are in Honolulu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Downtown.
But I do travel to outer islands as well and do the classes too. So.
All right. So we know we have listeners
Lots
in
of
the outer
resources.
islands.
Yep.
But all right. So we still have a couple more questions for you. Oh, you know what? We always ask this of I forgot to ask this of the last time, but you're born and raised here you lived here most of your life or all of your life here in Hawaii?
I was born and raised in Hawaii. I grew up in Mililani. I actually still live there now.
All right. So this is the number one question. We don't care if you went to Vassar or Harvard or Yale and graduated valedictorian. We want to know what high school you went to.
I was in Mililani.
Mililani High School in the house. What's your guys' mascot?
Trojans. Go Trojans.
The Trojans. What's your guys' school colors?
Brown and gold.
Brown and gold. Right on. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna hear more about 1031 exchanges from this Mililani High graduate.
Thank you.
So hang in there.
Thanks, Mel.
Okay.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
Hey, Adrienne, I was thinking about buying an investment property and renting it out myself. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea.
Really?
No.
What? Why not?
Did you know that Hawaii law favors the tenant?
Really?
Yes, and if you end up in court and the tenant wins, you may be liable for triple damages.
Oh, no, I feel like Mr. Bill.
What I recommend you do is give Team Lally Property Management a call.
Why is that?
We have a guaranteed rent program.
Oh, really? What does that mean?
If we don't lease your home in 60 days, we'll pay the rent.
No way. If you don't lease my home in 60 days, you'll pay my rent?
Yes, if we don't lease your home in 60 days, we will pay the rent.
So, for more details, should I go to rentguaranteed.com?
Yes, that's rentguaranteed.com.
Or you can also call 445-9223. That's 445-9223. That's 445-9223. I hate those commercials that keep repeating the number. What's that number?
445-9223.
Oh, yeah, 445-9223.
In every real estate transaction, there is a virtual silent partner, the escrow company. They're there to make certain that the transaction keeps on track and that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed.
We like working with Hawaii Escrow and Title. They close our transactions on time with professionalism and aloha. We're happy to recommend Hawaii Escrow and Title for any escrow and title services, providing Hawaii's community with exceptional escrow and title services since 1972.
Check them out on the web at hetinc.com. That's hetinc.com. Hi, I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
Buying or selling a home can be stressful.
We know that having a plan of action eliminates the stress.
And that's what we do. Get rid of the stress.
Here's one of our clients.
I think really the key to their success is the way they're able to communicate with their customers. I didn't have that the last time I used a realtor.
Hey, listen, are you confused, maybe even frightened when thinking about real estate? Well, here's a unique proposition. It's from Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally, Keller Williams. You know, Adrienne and Attilio, they offer a no-obligation guarantee. If they have not done their job, you're free to get out of your contract. You're not going to want to, though, because they'll sit down with you, establish a price and deadline to sell your home. And if the deadline passes and the home isn't sold, they're going to buy your home. Just listen to this. This is Ocean Point in Eva Beach. Adrienne listed the home, and 4 days later, before it was even shown physically to anyone, she had a full-price offer. Now, how has this happened? Because the team provided a video tour through the home, not just some slideshow, but an actual video tour. And the video tour told the buyers all they needed to know. Sellers love these guys. So working with Adrienne and Attilio doesn't obligate you to anything. If they're not doing their job, they're going to let you out of your contract, and they'll do it free and clear. So why not call the only agent willing to earn your business every single day? Team Lally, 855-KHVH-830. That's 855-KHVH-830 or online at guaranteedsale.com. That's guaranteedsale.com, and start your packing now.
Party people!
Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or We'll Buy It. I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
And we're talking about 1031 exchanges.
Hey, what else kind of real estate radio show can you be listening in and like your shoulder starts moving, then the other shoulder, and you start like boogieing? We got the only real estate show where you can boogie when you come back from the breaks and going to the breaks. All right, Mele, you still there?
Yes, I am.
All right. So recap our last conversation here. Bring us back.
Okay, so IPX 1031, we provide 1031 exchange qualified intermediary services, and we're here locally in Honolulu, and we also service the outer islands to help hold clients' hands and help realtors to get through the 1031 exchange process.
Yeah.
And then a 1031 exchange has some rules you got to
We
follow.
Recap the rules?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? Explain it to me like I'm an 11-year-old.
Okay, so if you have an investment property and you want to sell, or you have a client who has an investment property and they want to sell, you should ask them, were you planning to exchange? Because chances are either they haven't thought about it, they've already talked to their CPA and it's not worth it, or not going to be valuable to them for whatever reason, or they don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you want to advise your clients early that they can do an exchange, which would help them to defer their taxes and also the depreciation recapture, which sometimes can be 30, 40% of whatever the gain is on the property when they sell.
That's a lot of money.
And most people don't realize it's that much. They think, 10, 15% federal gain and we're good.
Yeah.
So we serve as a qualified intermediary. We help them through the process and hold the funds in between their two exchanges so that they can qualify according to the IRS to have completed a successful exchange and deferred all their capital gains taxes.
Now, there's a couple of different kinds of exchanges. I think on our last show over on Maui, we were talking about...
I get vanilla ice cream exchange, Rocky Road exchange,
there's like a
Neapolitan.
reverse exchange.
Oh, okay.
And was there another type, or is it just a regular 1031 exchange and then a reverse exchange?
Well, we hope that realtors and investors are proactive and plan ahead and go forward, which means you sell first, you put your property, you put your investment into the exchange, and then you go out and buy.
Yes.
That doesn't work sometimes. For whatever reason, you found the property you love first, or your sale got jammed up and you ran out of time and you're already moving forward with your purchase. So you can do a reverse. A forward exchange with IPX is going to cost you $650, which is a great price. If you do a reverse, it'll cost you somewhere between $4,500 and $10,000.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lot more expensive. What happens is we hold title to the property in between, and it's a very detailed process, and every time there's a new detail, it's going to cost a little bit more. So, but there are lots of people that works for. If you're going to defer $400,000 in tax, you don't mind paying $10,000 to get it done and buy the property that you really want.
I think I'm gonna lobby for this. They should have 1031 do-over. Oh, I made a mistake. Can we do a do-over? No, but don't have do-overs. But is there any situations where you get an extension on that time period, or no? There's no extending, is there?
Nope. Everything is very set in stone with the IRS. You have 45 days to identify once you sell your first property, and 180 days to complete the either sale or purchase on your replacement property. And there are no exceptions to that rule, except that there is one exception to the rule, of course, and that is if you are in a federally declared disaster. So if you, the client, the realtor, the escrow company, the lender, anybody who jams up the transaction is in that federally declared disaster, you get another 120 days. But that shouldn't be... That information shouldn't be retained.
Well,
don't retain that information. It's 180 days. You have no extensions.
And that's probably, I don't know if that's a good trade-off. I'm really bummed out and I don't want to do this 1031. I wish a tsunami would hit. I don't know if that's a good trade-off, but no.
Please don't do that. Yeah, no.
And that's jogging me back when you were on our Maui radio show was that you talked about your advice was for people to just wait last minute and contact you at the very last minute. No, that wasn't your advice.
True.
It's the opposite. What was your advice?
To call us right away.
Yes.
So I get calls all day long. That's pretty much what I do is I talk to clients and realtors all day long who are considering doing an exchange or somewhere along the process. And what you don't want is to wait until the last minute because that 45-day clock goes really fast when you're at the last minute.
Yeah.
But if you're planning to sell a property, you have the 30 to 45 days where you're closing your sale, and then another 45 days after that. Plenty of time. We can help hold your hand and structure it so that it goes nice and smoothly for you.
So if people look at the real basic nuts and bolts of the transaction, what it's doing is by not paying the taxes on the sale of that property, you're able to take those funds and hopefully buy a better, more expensive property that's going to appreciate and get you more money.
More cash flow.
And more cash flow. That's the whole strategy.
Yep, exactly.
It's not like, oh, you know what? This house is purple. I don't like purple house. I like exchange for a greenhouse. No. You got to look at the math. You got to look at the math. People are moving from state to state. Maybe they want their investment property to be closer to where they're at.
Yeah, and IPX 1031 is the largest exchange company in the nation.
Oh, wow.
So we have offices everywhere in the U.S., and you can exchange anywhere in any other state and also in any other U.S. territory.
Oh, wow.
But not outside of the U.S.
You can exchange, there's always an exception, you can exchange foreign for foreign and U.S. for U.S., but you can't go U.S. to foreign or foreign to U.S. The problem with doing a foreign exchange is currency rates are changing during your sale and your purchase period, and it makes things very complex. But it can be done, and we do those, and we'll help anybody who needs to facilitate an exchange, regardless of how complex it is. But while I'm at it, we talked about that last time. People think it's really complicated. In fact, realtors shy away from it oftentimes. But it's only complicated for us, and we're so good at it, it's duck soup for us.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't shy away from the exchange. It's really, really valuable for your clients. And any realtor who's helping a client with an exchange now has somebody who's going to sell and purchase within 180 days. So you just doubled your commission. You have a new client who's so happy. They have more buying power.
You can make your own happy video, music video, get a bunch of hits on YouTube. So again, I think a lot of people, they go to the website to check it out, but ultimately, I think in the end, everybody for something this complicated, they want this peace of mind by being able to talk with you either on the phone or in person. So again, that number is 387-4140, 387-4140, and toll free, Adrienne,
is 866-577-1031.
Yeah, 866-577-1031.
The website is IPX1031.com.
Oh, and you notice there, Mele, I have a movement going across the nation, and that is to eliminate the mentioning of www, and that to only say the name plus the .com part.
Hit the middle, the important stuff.
Yes, go to my nonprofit website. Stop saying www.com. But all right, so we got a couple more questions. We want one of those, Adrienne.
Oh yeah, could you maybe share a recent success story with us before we let you go and enjoy the rest of your weekend?
Oh, success story, and then the second one is funny story, or maybe that's the same one.
Oh, success and funny. Okay, well, actually, they're all success stories. I only had one that didn't quite work out of the hundreds that we do. So I have a client who wanted to purchase a short sale, and she was going to do it in reverse because, short sales, you have a limited amount of time available in order to close, right? You usually have a 30-day close. But she was able to sell her property, purchase the short sale at a really great price. I think she saved about $150,000 on the purchase price on that.
Oh, wow.
And we exchanged her into that. She deferred about $400,000 in taxes.
Wow.
So that's like $550,000 in
That's a lot
savings.
of bulletproof glass for the president's limo there, man. Holy cow.
Yeah, for some folks, it's really, especially in Hawaii, if you've held property for a good amount of time, I know somebody who, they bought their house for $50,000 and want to sell for $500,000. There's a lot of gain there. Yeah. And it's so wasteful to just sell and try and put the money in your pocket. You might as well exchange it into something that is closer to your home, or cash flows better, or is easier to manage. Sometimes people do that too. They sell several residential rentals because it's making them crazy with the toilets and the stoves and the tenants, and they just get a commercial property that triple net. They take care of themselves, right? That was a good story.
The tagline is here, the lesson to be learned, folks. Instead of burning the dang thing down, collecting the insurance money, and going to Costa Rica, just do a 1031.
Just call Mele.
Or just have the new glass.
No. Mele.
Yeah, we don't want to be larceny, arsony here.
Yeah, just do a 1031, do it all above board, and be a happy camper. Go buy more property, stimulate the economy.
And let Mele just take care of it for you.
Take care of it.
I'll take care of the details.
You're like the 1031 easy button.
I am, yeah.
Now,
funny.
Now we had talked about it before because people don't realize you can exchange your. I'm going to use the same joke because people over here didn't hear, but you can exchange your stuffed pterodactyl for a stuffed T-Rex because the T-Rex is bigger. Mm-hmm. So you guys can exchange other things besides like real estate, right?
Right. So you can exchange anything that can be depreciated. So you can do collectibles. A lot of people, a lot of businesses do equipment. Mm-hmm. So there are other like-kind properties that you can sell. You can exchange helicopters or a fleet of trucks or those kind of things. And last time we talked about even exchanging cattle.
Yeah.
But you have to exchange girl cattle for girl cattle and boy cattle for boy cattle. You can't cross-mix because they're not the same, apparently.
So, like, real estate is a little bit...
Why? How you can tell? You would look underneath or something?
No, so with real estate, it's like super general, right? You can do any kind of...
Yeah, so real estate's all in one category, which is really nice for real estate because there are so many varieties and so many categories of real estate, and there's always something for everybody. Most people start off, with a lot of residential rentals because it seems like, that's the most manageable. But at some point, you want to exchange into something different because, people change, their needs change, through the course of their life. And so that's why exchanging is such a valuable tool that you can get out of something that's not working for you and into something that is, and just keep rolling it over. Swap till you drop.
Mm-hmm. Now, this question popped in my head. We emphasizing to people it's not your personal residence. It has to be investment property. Right. What, if people will, and we have clients that will do this because sometimes we advise them, just keep the property and stick a tenant in there. Is there like a definition by IRS rules of how long you need to be out of the home for it to be an investment property, or the next day you move out and it's not your residence, it's considered an investment?
Well, in order to be considered an investment, the IRS wants to know what your intent was. Was your intent, which, so vague, was to hold it as an investment property, and it should be held for investment reasons, so you can appreciate it, which is vacant land, right? Or you can collect income. But the nice thing, which most people don't know, is you can take your Section 121, your homeowner's exemption, right? You get $250 for a single person, $500 for a married couple. You can move out of that house and then use it as an investment property. Mm-hmm. And if you can do that all within a 5-year period and work with your CPA, you can also exchange whatever the balance is. So if you had a gain of $1 million, you had $50,000 into it, you sold it for $1 million. You can take your $500,000 of your 121 personal residence and put it in your pocket. Mm-hmm. You could take the other $450,000 of gain and exchange into a $450,000 rental.
Ooh, I did not know that.
You can actually combine the two of those. Most people don't know that.
Oh wow, that's a
great tool.
We just learned something today. That's even more reason why people should come list their home with us because we got more educated today.
Yeah,
we can be better.
But I'm glad I could help.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So awesome.
Yep. So, Mele, we do need to take a quick break, but I just wanted to thank you so much for joining us on our show and educating us more.
Me.
Yeah. So enjoy your rest of your beautiful day in Hawaii.
Yes.
Thank you. I will. You too. Have a great day. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Mele.
Okay. Bye.
So that's Mele from IPX1031.com. That's IPX1031.com. You can call her at 387-4140. That's 387-4140.
All right, don't go too far. When we come back, we have some open houses to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm betting you like people, and I'm betting you love freak mode, and I'm betting you like girls.
Hi, it's Colin Coward. You've heard me say losers make excuses, and champions find a way to win every time. Need to sell your home right here in Honolulu? You've got real estate agents who operate in a whole different league. My friends, Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Keller Williams. Those guys make the selling process look easy because they sell 27 times more homes than the average agent and spend thousands of marketing dollars, attracting hundreds of buyers. Because of that, Adrienne and Attilio guarantee that if they can't sell your home at a price and deadline you agreed to, they'll buy your home. They'll buy yours, no risk. And if at any point you're not happy, they'll let you fire them and you're free to go. But that's not going to happen. There's only one phone call I would make. It would be to Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi. Write the number down, 799-9596. 799-9596. or online at guaranteedsale.com. That's guaranteedsale.com.
Hawaii is one of the most beautiful places to live with our gorgeous weather and perfect tropical climate. It's the ultimate paradise.
However, pests love living here just as much as we do. Pests like cockroaches, termites, ants, and even rodents thrive within our very own homes.
Ew! Keeping them out is important for the safety of your family as well as the structural integrity of your home.
Let Kama'aina Termite and Pest Control keep your home clear of these unwanted pests.
They offer smart, reasonable, and effective programs for your property. With more than 30 years of experience, let the Kama'aina team protect your investment.
Call them today for a free estimate at 591-9997. Again, that's 591-9997. One of the things we recommend to get the most value in regards to getting your home ready for sale is a professional cleaning, and the cleaning company we recommend is Spots Cleaning and Maintenance.
Give Flo a call at 383-5843. They are licensed and insured and can do residential and commercial cleaning.
Look, folks, I'm a certified clean freak. Just ask my beautiful wife, Regina. This is the only company I trust to clean my own properties.
Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
And we're talking about our open houses.
All right, Abby, you there?
I'm here. Hello.
All right. Tell us about your open house.
Okay, I'm going to be at 1092-1083 Palahia Street, Unit L tomorrow at 2 to 5. This is in Upper Makakilo. Mm-hmm. It's a really nice, single-family home. It's 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. It's about 1,800 of, square footage living space. Also about over 4,000 in land. And it has inside has some upgraded appliances, has custom lighting, laminate ceramic tile flooring. There's nice plantation shutters as well, and the whole house is central AC, listed for $550.
$550.
Whole new landing, right? I think there's some views too.
Yeah, you got some nice views.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And it's close to the end of the roadway into this subdivision, and at the end of the roadway is some guest parking and a nice little park.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Nice open park for your dogs, for the kids, for everybody.
So if you're going up Makakilo Drive, go all the way to the top. Don't go any further till you see the first open house sign for Team Lally, and then take your left right there. Even if you're going baby's first birthday party, just turn.
And go say hi to Abby.
Stop over there first.
Yes,
or if
please.
you're going afterward, at least bring her one plate of food.
That'll be nice.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Abby.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, real quick, we got like a minute, and we want to talk about all the listings and up-and-coming listings we have statewide.
Mm-hmm.
So on the Big Island in Waikoloa,
mm-hmm.
on Avamoa Street, we have a listing. We're looking for a buyer.
Yes.
Yeah, so list price on that beautiful home.
Yep, $550,000.
$550,000. It's a lot of square footage in there, custom built. It looks like a designer home, huge lot. Very beautiful subdivision. If somebody's looking for something like that, give us a call on our buyer hotline, which is
234-4421.
Now, as we get on our Learjet, our Team Lally Learjet, and take you over to Molokai, we've got a bed and breakfast.
Mm-hmm. It's 7 bedrooms, 7 baths.
Yeah.
And,
income producing.
Yeah, I think last year I made about $40,000.
Yeah.
But he does it kind of like a side job.
And you know what? We ain't giving out no prices. If they want prices, they can call the number. What's the number?
234-4421.
And then on Maui, we have an open house coming up this weekend.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow.
In the villages over there, right up of South Kihei, literally 100 yards from the beach. It's a townhome on the corner, second floor.
Mm-hmm. 3 bedrooms, 2
They
baths.
got pooled community center, secured, totally awesome. And then the last one is an up-and-coming on Kauai, right in Lihui.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to know more about that,
call our buyer hotline at 234-4421. Well, thanks for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Denise Kaehu with Hawaii Escrow and Title.
Gabe Ame and Jim Owens of Hawaii VA Loans.
Mike Metz with Kama'aina Termite and Pest Control.
Bradley Maruyama with Allstate Insurance.
Marcelo Teixeira with Spots Cleaning and Maintenance.
Eileen Strickland with Fidelity National Title.
Jody Tunga and Derek Tunga with Pacific Rim Mortgage. What is it? Happy birthday, Shane.
That's right.
All right.
David Kane of Kane & Heron, the attorneys with hearts.
If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, just go to teamlally.com. Check out our business partner page under the link section.
We also want to give a big thank you to our producers here in the station.
Jennifer, chee-hoo!
And make sure to tune in next week. We're going to have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life forever.
This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Home